Hi everyone, welcome to today's Backbend Focus Flow. It was Christina's birthday not too many days ago, and she wanted a yoga flow where she could focus on strengthening her back, toning up the backside of the spine for some of the backbend poses that are in yoga. And we'll go through some different techniques today. It's definitely an intermediate level. We'll do 3 rounds of sun salutation to warm up, but if you still feel a little stiff or cold after that, feel free to add another or 2 more rounds and just pause the video. Alright, so come to standing at the top of the mat. You just need a wall close by, but you can line up your mat along the wall or with the end of the mat towards the wall, doesn't matter too much. Feet together, palms together in front of the chest. And just start by focusing inside yourself. Concentrate on your own breathing. Maybe see if you can bring your breath a little deeper, longer. And keep returning to your breath throughout this practice, especially some of the more intensive backbend poses can make you feel like it is hard to breathe. Then it is important to really focus on the lungs and bringing the breath deeper, bringing the air inside the body. Alright. I'll say 1 Om. You can do it with me or just listen. Think about the whole creation, everyone, everywhere. Sun salutation. Reach the hands up over the head. Standing back bend. Start to reach forward in front of you. Fold forward over the legs. You can bend the knees gently. Let the spine be loose, top of the head heavy. Hands to the floor, step the right foot back. Toes in the floor. Knee in the floor, look up, already create a little back bend here, stretch for the front of the throat, chin bone, chest bone, pulling away from each other. Step the left foot back, feet together, lower the knees, sit over the heels, forehead to the ground. Bring the chest forward through the hands, baby cobra. Sit back over the heels. Chest forward. Last time, sit back. Chest forward, in between the hands. Big toes together, look up. Downward facing dog. And here you can rock the chest a couple of times, up and down, so the top of the head comes closer to the floor. Step the right foot forward, in between the hands, lower the left knee. Chest forward, look up. Left foot forward, feet together. Palms together in front of the toes, reach up. Hands together in front of the chest. Good, reach up. Reach forward and down. Left foot steps back. Right foot back. Chaturanga, lower down just over the floor. Top of the feet in the floor for upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward, right knee down. Right foot forward. Feet together. Hands together, reach up. Hands in front of the chest. Reach up. Reach forward and down. Right foot steps back. Left foot back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Left foot forward. Palms together, reach up. Hands in front of the chest. Reach up. Reach forward and down. Left foot steps back. Right foot back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left foot steps forward. Right foot forward. Palms together, reach up. Hands together in front of the chest. Reach up. Reach forward and down. Right foot steps back. Now untuck the back toes. Bring the torso up. Hands in Kali Mudra. Lift up and over. Now release the palms. Bring them behind the lower back. Interlock the fingers. Reach the knuckles down. Chest up. Look up and back. Good. Come forward. Hands to the floor. Step the left foot back. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And downward facing dog. Right foot steps forward. Lower the left knee. Top of the foot on the floor. Hands in Kali Mudra. Index finger is released. Reach up and over. Try to stretch through the elbows. Relax your neck. Keep looking up and back. Release your hands. Bring them behind your lower back. Interlock all the fingers. Palms together. Reach the knuckles down to the floor. Good. Hands to the floor. Step the right foot back. Good. Lean into the left hand. Move to side plank. Reach the right hand up. You can step the right foot behind the left. Reach the hips up as high as possible. Right arm reaching overhead towards the floor. To come back, move slowly when the hips rotate back to center plank. Try the other side. Side plank over the right arm. Reach the left hand up. Maybe go to the next. Left toes behind the right calf. Reach up and over. Reach towards the floor with the fingertips. To come back, slowly rotate the hip. Keep it high. Lift it away from the floor. Center plank. Lower the knees. Bring the hands back. Land the shoulders on the hands. Chest and chin in the floor. You can stay here or you can move on to puppy pose. Hands forward. Maybe palms together. Bring the hands over the head. Last add on. Press into the toes. Lift the knees off the floor. A little more weight on the chest. Lower the knees, palms slide back under the shoulders, top of the feet on the floor. Upward facing dog. Hold it here a little longer this time. Push through the arms, shoulders away from the ears. And downward facing dog. A few rocks up and down here with the chest. Good. You can step forward 1 foot at a time or take a little float. Jump with both legs. Land close to the hands. Palms together, reach up. Hands in front of the chest. Good. So this was kind of a short warm-up. If you feel like you need more, take a couple of more rounds. Fast sun salutation to get some heat in the body. If you feel ready to go into the backbend focus part of class, feel free to move on now. So, we've got gonna work a little bit on the standing back bend first. For the first variation, think about the tailbone and the top of the head want to come together. Hands in Kali Mudra again, index finger is released. Reach it up over the head, relax your neck, look up towards your hands. And then let your tailbone move to the back. Lift the chest up and over. And lift the arms to the back as well. So the tailbone and the top of that are trying to come together. Chest is lifted. Good. Slowly come back. Take a little break. 2 deep breaths. Second round. Same thing. Top of the head and tailbone wants to come together. So it's a little not traditional where we're trying to push the hips forward and away when we're leaning back in the back bend. Here we're really trying to isolate the lift in the chest. Hands in Kali Mudra. Extend through the elbows. Relax your neck. Look up towards your hands. And start to look up and back. Reach up and back with the hands. Top of that trying to move to the tailbone. Tailbone sticking out to the back. Good. Slowly come back to center. Remember to press the pubic bone gently forward so that the spine comes back to the center line. 2 deep breaths. Good. For the last round, you can work on pushing the hips forward. Then you need to squeeze the buttock, squeeze the thighs even more. Keep the chest still lifted. Don't just rely on putting the weight in the lower back, but keep the chest lifted as you also work on pushing the hips forward. I'm just going to turn around so I have a little more space. Reach the arms up, look up to the hands. Let go of the neck, look behind you, and then start by reaching up and back to the top of it through the fingers, and then you can squeeze the buttock and push the hips forward as well. Slowly come back up to center, squeeze, push the pubic bone to the front, lower the hands in front of your chest. Good. For the next, we'll work with the wall. Like the puppy pose we just went through on the floor, you might have already done the variation, but now we're working with the wall. About an arm length away or so, and here again, we have this opposition happening. The hips are moving to the back, the chest is moving forward. Start with the hands on the wall, reach them up as high as possible. Keep the hands shoulder width apart. Let the hips move to the back as you reach forward with the chest. You might keep the chest off the wall, or if it's possible, you can touch the wall with the chin and the chest. Tailbone sticking out to the back. Return to your breathing. Make sure you try to relax your neck. Deepen your breath. Slowly release off the wall. Push the pubic bone forward. Bring the whole spine back to center. Good. Now we'll work a little bit on the wall crawls or wall walks. Not really sure what they're called. So we're working a little bit in the standing back bend again, but now reaching for the wall. Then depending on your level, your flexibility, your strength, you might start to crawl down the wall, eventually landing back into your wheel. So we'll do 2 rounds. You can also watch the first round if you're not really sure what I'm talking about. Start with the fingertips or so away from the wall, feet wider than hips. And think of the standing back bend first. Lift the chest, look up and back. You can reach your hands up and over. Look for the wall. See if you can land your fingertips. If you can land your fingertips, maybe it's possible for you to also land the palms. Keep pushing the wall away. Don't bend the elbows. From here, you can maybe walk a little further down. You can lift the heels a little further down, a little further down, maybe all the way to the floor. If your hands are in the floor, see if you can gently push the chin, the chest to the wall. Look to the hands. So come back up. Both hands to the wall, stretch to the elbows. Oop. Remember, push the pubic bone forward. Hands in front of the chest. Good. This will prepare you eventually to drop back directly into your wheel. It also gives us a good sense of the flexibility and the strength that it takes in the shoulders to keep pushing away from the floor when we're working on the wheel from laying down. We'll do 1 more round of the wall walks. Make sure you have a good distance. Look to the wall, reach the arms up and over. Fingertips to the wall, palms to the wall, extend through the arms, maybe lift the heels when you start your walk. If you reach the floor again, think about the elbows. Chin and chest wants to touch. To come up. 1 hand to the wall and really push the wall away. Other hand up. Walking. Walking. Push the pubic bone forward. Hands landing in front of your chest. Good. If you need a little break, take a short break in child pose. You can open the knees, reach the hands forward, relax your spine, relax your lower back, your face, your head. Alright, roll up. So we'll work on 1 more with the wall, the camel pose, and we're actually using the same technique of pushing away from the wall to really create the lift in the chest. Again, trying to avoid only relying on the strength in the lower back to hold the back bend, but really activating, lifting in the chest. So set up, sitting with your back to the wall, and I would say maybe a little bit out. The toes can be together, knees hip width apart or a tiny bit wider. So first step, very similar to before. Look to the wall, lift the chest as much as possible, and reach the arms.
See if your fingertips can land. If your fingertips are landing, you can start to walk.
It is a little bit more intense than the other one. So if you're not making it all the way to the floor, don't worry about it. But try to just walk a little bit and keep pushing away. Walk a little bit, push away. But it's definitely harder to extend the arms in this variation. So we'll go for one more round. You can, if you are not successful to go all the way to the floor in this one, you can take a little more distance, maybe a foot distance or so for the wall. Then you're maybe able to walk a little deeper. Don't forget to focus on the chest, keeping it lifted. Lift up through the chest, look to the wall, squeeze the buttock. Lift the arms up and over. Fingertips or palms in the wall. Maybe walk if you're comfortable. Slowly come up when you're ready. Bring the whole spine into center. Push the pubic bone forward. Lower the seat down. Good. Final back bend exercise. Bridge rolls. If you feel ready for it, you can move further up into wheel and maybe forearm reel as well. So lie down on your mat. Keep your heels hip width distance. Maybe you should be able to see the outside edges of your heels. From here, palms in the floor, lift the hips up, roll the chest up towards your chin. Slowly roll down. Roll back up. Repeat this a few times. Roll back down. Roll up. Good. If you're tired from the other exercises, stay here a little longer. You can hold your lower back if you want. Bending the elbows, holding the lower back with your hands. If you want to move further into wheel, take your hands next to your ears, palms on the floor. Push the floor away from you. Look to your hands. Maybe take a few rocking motions. Let the chest move towards the wrists. Keep the elbows stretched. Now, you can stay here longer or start to work on the forearm wheel. Lower the top of the head to the floor and crawl the fingers towards your heels so that the forearms touch down. When the palms and forearms touch, squeeze the elbows together so they're not open too wide. Push into the elbows and see if you can lift the top of the head off the floor. You can tuck the chin to the chest, it makes it a little easier. You can lift the heels, walk the feet a little closer. Maybe a few times you rock the chest to the front. Maybe look in between the forearms if that's possible for you. To come out, lower the head, hands, palms in the floor, lift up through your wheel, tuck the chin to the chest, lower the back of the head, upper back, lower back. You can hug your knees to your chest, roll a few times, side to side. Maybe up and down, or make little circles if that feels good. Tuck the chin to the chest. You can kick a little bit with your heels so you get a little momentum. Rolling back and forth like a little ball. Good. Next time you sit up, take your feet out in front of you. We'll work on a sitting forward fold. Starting a gentle place because we're working on so many back bends, really engaging the back side of the body. Now we want to release it, work more on engaging the front side of the body instead. So you can bring your knees together, forearms underneath the thighs. Try to press the belly onto the thighs. Relax your neck, let the forehead reach towards your knees. Think about letting your breath move to the lower back. You can move further if you'd like, holding around the heels. Let the heels slide forward. Bend the elbows. Don't lose the connection between belly and thighs. Relax the neck. Reach the top of the head forward. Maybe your forehead lands on the knees or shin bones. Arms are engaged, pulling the torso and legs together. Return inside yourself. Focus on your breath. Slowly roll up. So, depending on your knee condition, beginners, or a little more easy variation of the next forward fold, the right sole of the foot comes to the inner thigh, and then you repeat the forward fold over the left leg. If it is possible for you to work on half lotus, you can do the same. If it's possible for you to make a bind with the right arm around the spine, hold the top of the foot. You can also use a strap or a piece of clothing to reach the spine, and fold forward over the left leg. Slowly release. And we move on to the twist. Sole of the right foot in the floor next to the left knee. Easy twist. You bring the left arm around the right knee. Twist the chest over to the right. Look over the right shoulder. If you want a little more intensity, left shoulder, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. You can either hold your hip, reach the right arm around again, or maybe go to the bind, left arm underneath the right leg, bind right arm around the spine, hold your hand, look over the right shoulder. Slowly release. Let's repeat the other side. Right foot forward. Go to the variation you're working on. A little more gentle for the knee. Left sole of the foot to the right inner thigh. Fold forward. If you're working on half lotus, heel to the top of the thigh. Work without the bind or with the bind. Left arm around the spine, holding the top of the foot. And fold forward. Slowly roll up. Sole of the foot to the floor on the inside of the right knee. Gentle twist. Right arm goes around the knee. Left arm reaches around the spine. Look over the left shoulder. If you went to the other variations on the first side, go ahead. Maybe right upper arm to the outside of the knee. You can hold this outside of the hip. Reach the left arm around. Or maybe go to the bind. Right arm underneath the left leg. Hold your hands. Left arm goes around the spine to reach the right hand. Look over the left shoulder. Release. Shavasana time. If you want to put on socks, shirt, blanket, whatever you need, grab it now to be comfortable. And then lay down over your mat. Arms relaxed down by the sides of your torso. Legs naturally separated. Let the toes be heavy, hanging out to the sides. Once you've found a comfortable place, try to remain physically still so that the body can rejuvenate, recharge during the relaxation. Bring your focus inside yourself. Concentrate on the left arm. Whole left arm. Completely relaxed. Left leg from hip to toe tip. Whole left leg. Right arm. Right leg. Pelvic floor. Lower back. Middle back. Upper back. Belly. Solar plexus. Chest. Collarbone and throat. Jaw. Hanging in its own weight. Completely loose. Lips relaxed. Eyelids and eyebrows relaxed. Forehead. And top of the head. Be the witness. Observe the body resting on its own true nature. Slowly prepare to come back. You may take any stretch you'd like. Keep the eyes closed. Roll through the right side. And come up to a sitting position. We can finish off the practice by whispering Om Shanti 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 together. You can listen to me doing it. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you all for following along. Christina, I hope you had fun. If you have any questions, please let me know. Something to think about with backbend. It takes a long time to be more comfortable. It is some quite intense stretches for the front side of the body, and it takes a lot of strength for the back side of the body, and it takes a little while to build that and to be more comfortable. So it's important to stay in a place where you can have great awareness to what is going on inside of you. Maybe don't go through all the stages, but maybe if you take the class again, you can go a little deeper next time, and then over some months, depending on how often you practice, probably you'll start to see some changes. Right. Thank you so much. Hope you have a beautiful day.